Ah, welcome, traveler. Sit, sit. May I get you something? No. Then why have you come to this fine establishment we are at? You don't seem to be sheltering from the storm. Ah, you have come to see me. Yes, I am the teller of tales. Don't ask of my name, for if spoken too much I might be killed by servants who think my stories incorrect, however misguided they may be to think so. So, enough of this depressing talk. What story interests you today? A story of intrigue or of champions? Ah, you are a fan of champion stories. Well, let me tell you of a champion who served only the Lord of Blood atop his throne of skulls. This champion's true name is lost to time, but he was known as the Metal Eater. He was once a warrior whom was part of a tribe that exclusively served corn. It had arena battles every other day in the blood god's name. This warrior killed all who dared face him in the arena, and all who did not. He ate their flesh, as he believed that he gained the strength of those he devoured. It appeared to be more than the ramblings of the mentally insane. As the weeks went by, the villagers that were in the vicinity slowly died out, as did his own village, for he had killed them all in search of a worthy challenge. Afterwards, meat tasted brittle in his mouth, tasteless, and he felt he needed, nay deserved, more. When there was no one left in the villages, he fled into the realm of chaos, butchering all those he came across. He eventually made it, over a year, with a trail of bodies in his wake. He made his way to the realm of fire and blood, in which he slew a juggernaut of corn, a beast of war created by the blood god for his warriors to ride into battle. And he ate its metal flesh, so he would die from a creature of his lord, and gain the strength of his great creatures of war in death. He would have died from this. However, Korn, the god himself, was pleased with the work of his servant, and gave him a blessing, so that he would not only live to slaughter more of Korn's enemies, but not have to eat to live, so that he did not need to stop killing in order to devour his food. This blessing earned him the respect of the Kordate marauders nearby. The leader of this warband challenged him to honorable battle, and was slain. With the war band in tow, he left the realm of chaos in order to pillage the lands of the Empire. This he did for many years, killing all in his way with a ruthless efficiency rarely seen among the berserk champions of Khorne. Eventually, he was caught off guard by a large army of Ulricans, servants to the god Ulric and settlers of the region of Middenland. The large army was led by the infamous Boris Todbringer, the elected count of the region. Of course, elected count being given only to the lords of the province they rule, but you must know that. The warband of the Metal Eater was decimated, and almost all of his men killed. Few escaped the encounter, and all were tracked down and killed. Sadly for the Midlanders, the Metal Eater did not perish. But the Ulricans were not aware of this, for he was among them in disguise, and had faked his death to avoid suspicion. The army marched back to the capital of Midland, Middenheim, and somewhere along the way, our Khornate champion slipped away. In the following months, the Metal Eater evaded patrols and killed more men. and made it back to the Chaos Wastes. As he stumbled through the frozen hellscape of the north, he happened along the ruins of an old village. Hmm? Why, yes, it was his village. Very perceptive. He fell to his knees in the old arena of his people, and begged Khorne to take his skull to place upon the throne. After days of not moving, he became one with the ice around him, upon his knees in pain and in sorrow. And with a cry of magical pain, he was wreathed in flame and was gone. Before you ask, no one knows for sure what happened to him. Some say he is dead. Others say that he settled down. However, the most common theory I have heard, and the one I most personally believe, is that he was brought by the blood god to the realms of chaos, and there he forever fights in the arenas of Khorne. Now, it is late, and I must go. Oh, don't give me that look. I will be back. Same place, same time, same day. Now, you run along home while the winds have lifted. Good night, and may the gods, whichever ones you believe, watch over your sleep. See you next time, traveler.